you guys, welcome back. My name is Liz with eBiz with Liz. How are you guys doing today? I have a few updates before we get started. There will be a change to the FBA fees starting February 19th of 2020. So make sure you check out to see if your category will be affected. I know Amazon has released a statement saying that most categories will not be affected. So just double check that yours is not, but I wanted to put that out there. Again, you should be making sure that you have all of your Cyber Monday and Black Friday deals set up. There will be a link in the description box. If you haven't already set up those discounts, I have a whole walkthrough tutorial on how to do that, and it will be linked below. So you want to get those set up so you can maximize your sales for that day because it's going to be crazy. So just make sure you get that set up in time. And the deadline is November 15th, so you got to get it done by then. But today we are going to be talking about why you should start a website for your FBA business. I had a few follow-up questions. I made a video a few weeks back on how to set up a website for your FBA business. You guys, it's super easy. It takes about 3 hours. But people are asking kind of like why, what are the benefits? And I have a bunch of benefits, you guys. Not only does it add legitimacy, but you get more visibility. Like visibility is like the main thing. But it adds like a trademark kind of look on your business without having a full trademark. So if you are kind of in between on like trademarking your business and, just kind of selling and seeing where things go, I would recommend setting up a website because it adds that same professionalism and it makes everything look a lot more legitimate. Before we get into all of the whys of why you should set up a website for your FBA business, I just want to mention that I do have a tutorial about it, and that will also be linked below. It is all through BlueHost, you guys. You just need to pay like a one-time yearly fee to BlueHost. My website, for instance, cost me, I think either $100 to $150 to set up for the whole year, including a domain and a bunch of free add-ons. So BlueHost is a great way to go. It's super user-friendly. I had very minimal coding experience when I went to college. I needed to know none of that to set up my BlueHost website. It's that easy, you guys. If you can work off of like a Word document, you can work on a BlueHost website. They have built-in plugins. It is the #1 hosting site by WordPress, which is the main functional website developer. So you absolutely want to use BlueHost if you are going to invest in a website, which I think is a no-brainer. If you want to make your business grow, and especially if you are doing like external advertising, you need to have a website to add legitimacy. If you guys want to set up a website, go to the description box below and I will have a full tutorial on how to do that. But it's all through BlueHost, and I absolutely love the websites that I've set up. I personally think they have brought a lot of brand awareness to my businesses. I get to interact with customers more. I get to put more content out there. It's overall a win-win. So we are going to talk about that all today. Stay tuned, and I will talk about all the benefits of setting up a website. Okay, you guys, so if you have ever been looking at buying a product and you hop onto their website and everything is just outdated, it looks kind of sketchy, kind of scammy, well, BlueHost is not going to work that way. They have pre-formatted layouts that you can use which look absolutely beautiful and professional. So it takes like literally 3 hours to set up a website and everything runs very smoothly. You can build your pages very quickly. And I think a website overall is a great way to add legitimacy. So if your customer sees your product on, let's say, Instagram, they want to look up more about it, they might go to your website or search it in Google. And by having a working website, it adds more legitimacy. So you can create a clean, professional, up-to-date website really quickly. You want to add valuable information, contact information, all of that to this website, so your customer is ensured that it's a legitimate product, it's a legitimate company that's going to be around for a while, and they are well established. So I think it just adds a whole nother layer of legitimacy to your business. Along with legitimacy, you can only add so much of that to your Amazon business. So the best way to add legitimacy is through reviews, obviously. So, social proof, feedback from customers, that is the best way to establish legitimacy in your Amazon business. But another way Amazon sellers are doing that is through a trademark. So if you are brand registered, that adds a whole nother layer of legitimacy. Well, let's say you as a seller aren't sure if you want to trademark your brand. You are still kind of feeling things out. This is a great way to go. A website costs $100 to $150 to do, and it takes like 3 hours to set up, whereas a trademark takes 2 to 3 months to get, and then you have to get brand registered as well. So if you aren't really at the step where you want to get trademarked, and even if you do want to get trademarked, you have to set up a website. You have to look more legit, have an established business. So, either way, if you are going to get trademarked or not, a website is the first step you want to take, even if you are going to get trademarked, or if you even just want to kind of like feel it out and see if that's where your business is going to grow. Okay, you guys, the second reason you should have a website for your FBA business is visibility, especially if you are going to be advertising externally. If you wanted, you could draw your customers directly to your Amazon page, which is a way to go. Or you could also split test it and send shoppers to your website, where you can provide more content, more videos, more testimonials, influencer tags, stuff like that. A website gives you more access to content, to showing your customers that they absolutely need this product. So along with advertising through your website, you also gain more visibility by the SEO aspect of having a website. So let's say that you are a huge resistant band leg workout seller. If you are constantly adding content to your website, that is going to register on Google search engine, and anytime a customer or like someone who is looking something up on Google wants to look something up about resistant bands, there is a chance that your article or your website, whatever it might be, your page on your website might show up on that Google search. And if you are writing content that has to do not only with helpful education, tips and tricks, but also your product in itself, that is going to draw more customers to your brand. So on average, it takes about 3 to 6 months to get the ball rolling on SEO optimization. So where you are going to get organic traffic from Google, from Bing, from Yahoo, any search engine, where you are going to get organic traffic from the internet onto your website. So just to put that into perspective, I haven't wrote on my blog in probably 2 months, but I have had a spiked increase in all of my organic traffic in the last few months. I started my blog probably about 7 months ago, I'd say. I can't even remember, you guys. It's been quite a while. But I have seen a spike in traffic that I haven't even been drawing people to. I haven't been linking things that much. It's all been organic traffic. So that's another huge plus. So if you continually add content to your blog and, keep putting valuable information out there, then you are going to gain organic traffic. And if you are including helpful tips on how to use your product, it's only going to increase your sales. And that leads me into my next point, is valuable content. If you are increasing the value of your product by adding, videos, influencers who mention your product, tips or tricks on how to use it, that is only going to get people more excited about using your product. So like I said, for the first example, if you sell workout bands, like resistant bands, if you put together, a 30-minute workout on how to use your resistant bands for a full body workout, or if you have a few different YouTubers review your resistant bands and how to use them, that is going to gain so much traffic to your website, to your Amazon listing, it will result in so many more sales because they feel like they were educated on how to properly use it, and they also saw the results people were getting, so it leads to more sales. So this is a great way to add value to your shoppers, whether they are repeat shoppers, new people who have recently purchased your product, or people who are looking at purchasing your product. Give them more valuable content and education, and I promise it will lead to higher sales overall. That's how branding works, is you want to educate people and make them feel like they need the product, and then that will result in more sales. All right, you guys, and the last reason you should have a website for your FBA business is simply to minimize risk. I studied business management for 4 years, and risk management is a huge section of controlling your business and making sure everything works out properly. You always have to have a backup plan so that your business can survive. So if you are an FBA seller, all of your sales mainly come from Amazon. You could also set up a Shopify website. That would be another way to minimize risk. But you could also set up a website. So the thing about a website is you can direct all of your customers to wherever you want to at any time. So you can change the links on your website to direct them to Amazon at one time, or you could direct them to Shopify at another time. So that's why a central website is so crucial, you guys. Let's say that you were selling on Amazon and your listing got suspended, but you have a huge amount of traffic on your website, or at least just like a mediocre amount of traffic on your website. Instead of directing all of your customers to your Amazon listing, you could go ahead and set up a Shopify website really quickly, or a WooCommerce website really quickly, and start directing your customers to that through your website. So this is extremely important, you guys. This is a way to minimize risk. If something were to happen to your Amazon account, you can just direct your customers to another site. You are able to kind of control where people go, especially if you market externally. So not on Amazon, but if you market on Instagram or Facebook, you can start sending advertisements through there, do paid advertisements, and direct them to a different store through your website though. So everyone has a main location, like if they need updates or if they want to shop more products or look at your product line, they have the ability to through your website. So you guys, these are all extremely important reasons on why to have a website. You get to add all the content in the world that you want to. You add so much professionalism. It looks like a real legitimate company that's going to be around for a long time.